Hey Peanut. Yep, so I waited 2 months for this. If you don't know what it is the rear diffuser made by JDP. So here's the diffuser itself, and then there's the bottom plate. Again, it is all carbon fiber, and then he does include all the hardware for you to install as well. I will kind of walk you through and show you guys the process on how to install this. So let's go ahead and get started. And today I will have a little helper. He's over there chilling. Peanut, come here. Come here. Hello, say hi. Say hi. So the first thing that we going to do is we going to remove the bumper, and then we're going to clean it. So clean all the dirt and grimes off of it, and then we can then start prepping the rear bumper for the installation. So that's what we're going to do first.
This is his wife.
He's just wasting time.
Giving him some different angles.
I give up. It's so tight.
Well, get stronger, dude. Weak AF.
Shut up. Go, leave.
Weak AF.
Leave. Oh, God. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is just going to clean this thoroughly, get all the dirt and grimes off, especially this part, because that's where we're going to install the rear diffuser. So we're just going to clean this whole bumper. So now I'm just going to test fit just to make sure it's lined up correctly. Okay, so it should look something like that. And then next thing, we're going to use the applicator that comes with the product and apply to where the 3M is going to stick. This should hold it pretty well, so use it liberally and throughout where the 3M is going to meet. Apply that 3M applicator around where the diffuser touch with this 3M tape right here. Here. So I apply a lot of it throughout here. It's going to meet and then just go all the way through. Yep, so once it has been applied, we can go ahead and start sticking the rear diffuser back on. I recommend having 2 people to get this installed to make sure it sticks correctly to the bumper. But finessing for a little bit, but finally got the piece joined together. There is some small gap that I will fix later on, but this is kind of what it looks like right now. Okay. But yeah, there is some gap right here, which again I will figure out how to get that to stick to the bumper. But in the meantime, what we're going to do is get the back plate ready and install that onto the under the car. Can't catch a break, man. I swear, every time I work on the car it starts to rain. Alright, so got the rear diffuser installed on the bumper. Next step is we're gonna put it back on and then bolt the 2 bolt, the hardware it comes with. 2 bolts should go in here. It used to be the plastic clip, so it goes on each, and then we can install the under tray. Okay, diffuser or bumper is back on. Next step, we're gonna go down here. You should see 2 holes where the plastic clip used to be. Where is it? Got one right here, and then one over here. Use the supply bolt that they give you, and then bolt it back on. So don't use the plastic clip. Use the bolt that they give you. To note, in the instructions say to put this through, and then the washer should go underneath, basically underneath here, to hold the diffuser, and then you can put the nut back on. So I'll show you what it looks like after I finish installing. Once you are done, this is what it should look like. So the washer, and then the small bolt, and then I think this is like locking nut. So do it that in order, and it should hold on fairly tight. I mean, it's not moving anywhere. So I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side as well. Alright, and we are done with the rear diffuser. Now it's time to install the under tray. So again, got the bolts in. Next is going to install these U-hook into the back, so that way it can hold the under tray. So I'm going to install this and then show you what it looks like underneath, just because it's a little tight under there. So that's what it should look like. The U-bolt should hook into here. Then you put this flat washer and this rubber grommet through it, and it should hold it in place. Do the same thing on the other side as well. There you go. That's what it should look like. So next, we're going to install the under tray, and then just kind of tighten the bolt, but don't tighten too much, so that way we can still kind of adjust it a little bit. So these holes are too small for the U-bolt to go through. It was really tight, so what I'm going to do is just drill it out just a little bit bigger so that it can kind of fit through more easily. Okay, so here's the finished product. Finally install the under tray. Oh, it's such a pain because again, that side of the U-bolt hole was way too small, so it didn't fit. I had to drill it out to make it bigger so the bolt can fit through, but it is snug in there. It is tight, so it's not going anywhere. One thing I forgot to mention is that when you install the under tray, you have to remove this bolt and then place the under tray and then put this bolt back on to secure it in place. That's the only thing that I kind of left out in the steps. But other than that, the install wasn't too bad. It's just working on the car, especially when it's low, sucks. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how it looks. Okay, so I am done with the installation and I want to share a couple of thoughts on the product itself. I think the product build quality is great. However, I wish the back part of the carbon fiber, especially the under tray part, was a little bit smoother. There were some parts that were a little bit rough when handling it, so just be careful when you're handling the back part of it. You might get, a small splinter here and there, so just be mindful of that. Thing I want to mention is the fitment itself. I would say the fitment is probably 90% there. I did my best to make it fit 100% as possible, but there were just some areas that were just almost impossible to get it fit correctly, and I'm going to show you in a little bit. So this part fit just fine because the air is flat, so there's no problem there. However, when we get to this curve right here, you can see there is a small gap, and I did my best to just kind of push it down as hard as I can. I applied some heat gun just to kind of make the bumper a little bit more softer so you can push it down and stick to the double-sided tape. But just no matter what I do, I just could not get it to fit in there. And same thing happened to the other side as well. So the gap happened where the curve happened on the rear bumper. But that's only the area. So what I was planning to do is just get some black silicone sealant and just kind of run it through here, and hopefully that will fill in the gap. So the last thing I want to mention is that it is highly recommended you get a second person to help you with the installation. Is it doable with one person? Of course, but it's extremely difficult to get the fitment to fit exactly 100%. So get a second person, help you out, and it will make the installation job a lot easier. So don't try to do it by yourself. It is extremely difficult. Man, the diffuser looked absolutely fantastic. I think it really added a nice contrast, especially you have the Grand Prix white. The black and the white contrast look really good. So here's the final result. It does stick out just a little bit, not a lot, but this thing looks so sick.